love this event because I was certainly searching for a way that I could create income and impact and live a values-driven life. I wanted to prioritize the things that I wanted more of and move away from the things that were stressing me out. And I found that in this incredible business model, along with some incredible people that I get to choose as I call them my chosen family. One of the best parts about what we do is getting to choose who we want to align with. And I think we've all heard that who we spend our time with is who we become. And so I was very intentional about that many years ago when I first started looking at ways to create extra income. I wanted to prioritize my family. I'd become a stay-at-home mum. I had 3 kids under 3.5, and I wanted life to be a bit easier because, man, was it chaotic. And I had almost given up on the dream that I could create some extra income and enjoy quality time with my family and feel purpose and feel connected to something that was bigger than myself. Because I think we all know, right, ladies, that there's a lot of different ways that you can make money. And I remember back to, this is how I first started looking at online income. And I'm sure many of you can relate. Maybe you've even done this. I searched working from home. And the options that came up were, the top 10 blog options kind of thing. I read article after article, and it was fill in surveys. Has anyone ever done that? Clicked on that? And I'm sure you're like me. You found that it was $3 a survey that would take you like an hour to actually complete. So I think I made about $20 after I registered with a whole bunch of people, and I learned very fast, okay, that doesn't work. Kirsty's beaten me to the punch here. Mystery shoppers, yes. There was mystery shoppers. There was make your own candles, start a hamper company. There was all of become a vlogger. I didn't even know what a vlogger was at that time. And certainly if you don't know how to write well and you've got no money to travel, I don't know how you're going to be a travel writer either. So I'm sure that you were faced with many of the same dilemmas that I was faced with, that I knew it was not worth me going back to work because the daycare cost and then tax was going to leave me, honestly, we worked out was going to leave me making $4.50 an hour. And I just wasn't ready to do that, to leave the house, leave the babies and go work for $4.50 an hour. This is a common dilemma for so many of us worldwide, not only women, but dads as well, faced with the same battles. Now, times have changed. Oh my goodness. Already the online space was dominant. We knew it wasn't going to go away, but during such unprecedented times, we've seen the need for flexibility and how to find certainty is really working on your own dreams. So I dreamed of all of that, and thankfully 13 years ago, one of my friends introduced me to some incredible products that completely transformed my health. To say that they made a difference is such an understatement. It really changed every area of my life. I felt like it put me back in the driver's seat. I found my mojo, my energy, my vitality. It was the first time since I'd had kids that I put on my sneakers and actually had extra energy to go for a walk and not fall asleep at 9 o'clock on the couch. And that got me curious. I wanted to know more about this business. And I was skeptical about the business, as many of us are. So we're going to kind of go through my journey that is so similar to so many of the other beautiful women that you're going to hear their stories today. Real talk and real stories is what I love about this beautiful event, that is especially around how we can have it all, because I never gave up believing that we absolutely can have it all. As I said, the best part about this business is choosing who you want to work with and who you get to invest your time with. So we all want to choose carefully, right? And we want to be surrounded by high vibe people, right? We want to be able to expand and lift our game and expand our mindset and do it in a great supportive environment. So many women I talk to it's not only money they're looking for a supportive community and environment to get away from toxic, competitive workplaces, and to get back to something where they can feel part of something bigger than themselves, rewarded, recognized, valued. And that is so much what we are about. It's one of my favorite things. And just to give us a bit of an overview about any business that is a great business, I'm sure you would agree it has to be an amazing product. It's got to be an amazing product that the market needs, that people want to reorder, that more importantly, in our work, our word of mouth marketing business model, our direct selling business model, it's all about our own personal stories, right? So it's got to be something that you want to recommend. It's got to be something that you want to tell and share with people around you that you love. So for me, that was really important. So Denise, I'm going to spotlight you now, my lovely. Can you share a bit about the products that we work with and that we get to, share alongside our incredible business model?
I would love to, Linda. Absolutely. I'm so proud to be an ambassador for these products that have literally changed so many people's lives. My background is that I was a health and physical education teacher, and I really understood the power of good nutrition and how that showed up, not in just our kids, in our kids' families and that kind of thing. So when I came across these products, I was so happy to find something that had the scientific background to back them up, and just made so much perfect sense to me. So our beautiful company Juice Plus has made it so simple and convenient to bridge the gap in our nutrition. That is such an important part of our overall health and vitality. We've got our mind, our body, and our soul. So for our body part, we really need to nourish it with absolutely goodness and whole food nutrition. So I was so happy to find these products to bridge that gap between some days we nail our nutrition and some days there is the Grand Canyon between what we know we should do and what we actually do. So when these products came along, I was absolutely stoked. So I would love to start first of all with what we call our premium product. I love these. We basically have 3 systems that are really important for our health and vitality. And the first one is our immune system. And I think you'll agree there's no better time than currently to really take care of our immune system. So what we need to do is fuel our body with produce, with plant-based ingredients to help our cells at a cellular level to get that immune response going. So we need the antioxidants, and what these products do is literally flood our bodies with the antioxidants it needs every single day. And we've got over 33 varieties of fruits, veggies, and berries in these little capsules. And what I love about these is that our produce is grown on 3rd-generation farms in volcanic soil, and they're grown all around the world depending on where the most nutrient-dense version of those fruits and vegetables are grown. Then they're actually picked at peak ripeness. They're popped into a little vegan capsule, and that stops the oxidization, because as soon as you pick the plants, they start oxidizing. And with one simple, easy down the hatch with a glass of lemon water I love to do, I can get those varieties into my stomach straight away at the beginning of every single day. And it's the first $5 that I invest in myself before I even start the day. So that's our micronutrition. That's great for our immune system. The other thing that I love about this company is that we have the biggest children's health study, our family health study in the world. And what the parents have done is fill out a survey to say what these little gummies, and they're just the same as what's in the fruit and veggie capsules, but they're in a gummy form for our little kids and the big kids. And the parents, in return for getting these for free for their kids, can you believe that? They filled out the survey, and what they found was children are having less days off school, less visits to the doctor, they're craving more fruits and veggies because like attracts like, they're having more water, they're sleeping better, they're pooping better, and mums and dads absolutely love that about these products. And they are free for kids for 4 years, while the adult has an active order between the age of 4 and 18. So they're our immune system little hero products. Next, we need to look at our nervous system. Our body, in fact, every single cell in our body has a membrane that has one protein molecule and one essential fatty acid or omega molecule. So every single cell in our body needs a good source of fats, and especially our nervous system. I love these products because they don't harm the fish. Fish actually get the algae from the ocean. That's how we get omegas from fish. But in our products, these are plant-based. So we've got the algal oil that's been taken out of the ocean, popped onto plant-based farms, and blended with a whole other range of cold-pressed oils, such as safflower oil, pomegranate seed oil, buckthorn seed, tomato seed, raspberry seed, and all popped in this gorgeous little golden capsule. And even the capsule, in all our capsules, are plant-based as well. And these ones are cold sealed. So that means the oil inside is kept beautiful. And there's a little nitrogen bubble you could probably see in there. So they're liquid gold. I love our plant-based omegas. And we only have one other product, and it is our complete powders. Now, these are amazing for our digestive system. They are full of pre and probiotics. They've got so many superfoods in them as well. They are great for an on-the-go snack. They're great for baking, for making pancakes, for making protein balls, all that kind of things. They're safe for the whole family. There's no nasties in any of our products. There's no numbers. And personally, for me, I'm on an intermittent fasting regime at the moment, and this is the first thing I'll do when I break my fast after 16 hours of not eating. I'll pop one of our macro fuels in there, plus our capsules and our omegas, and I know that after I've had a 16 hours of fasting, I'm flooding my body with all of the nutrition it needs. And in the middle of winter, a hot chocolate with one of these is absolutely delicious. So it's the stories that bring our products to life, absolutely. And I'm going to pass over to Tash to share her experience with our beautiful products.
Hey, Tash isn't with us actually, so I'm gonna come back to me and share my product story, because I haven't shared it for a while. And full disclosure here, I am a Juice Plus partner, which means that I get paid to endorse. I fell in love with the product so much that I decided to partner with the company, because everyone that I know, I wanted to enjoy these products. And so I was skeptical about the business, but when I said that they changed my life, they really did, because at that time, I really was depleted after having 3 kids. I had adult acne, which is so embarrassing in your like mid-30s. It was really affecting my confidence. I had like 4 different concealers in my makeup bag all the time. I would never go out without makeup. And I was spending a lot of money on trying to find all of these quick fixes. So that was just unbelievable. I was not expecting that. But the most dramatic thing for me was I had chronic inflammation following a car accident. And I was experiencing migraines randomly every 4 to 6 weeks. They would last for up to 48 hours. And my husband at the time, he was traveling so much that there were some days that I had to call a friend of a friend and have a complete stranger, even though they were nice and loving, come and look after my kids. And I felt so vulnerable and so horrible at that time. It was just such a challenging time for me in life, and nothing was helping me through that. I was on preventative medication for migraines, which frankly made me forgetful. I'd be out driving and I would just forget where I was going. So in my early 30s, that was just such a sad thing for me to feel so out of control because of these migraines. So again, it was another thing that I wasn't expecting. How was fruit and veggies in a capsule really going to help me take my health and vitality back? And, the real miracle here is Mother Nature. We just simply harness Mother Nature. And when you flood your body with so many amazing things, your body knows how to heal and do even better. There's nothing that can't be helped. Our doctors say it in such a simple way. There's nothing that can't be helped with better nutrition every single day. And so that's what happened for me. It was just completely transformational. I'm going to hand to this, Natasha. I'm going to hand to you, honey, just to hear really quickly. We've been sharing about our beautiful products. What did they mean to you when you started first taking Juice Plus?
Thanks, Linda. Hey, everyone. So when I started taking Juice Plus, I was a super depleted new mama. I had a 6-month-old and I was living on carbs, sugar, like donuts, muffins, everything you can imagine I was living on. And I was really struggling. I was not exercising. I was just really not sleeping, you know, just standard new mamahood. I started taking the products and I really noticed a huge impact on my energy levels, my skin. I frequently get people stopping me now and complimenting me on my skin. I'm much closer to 40 now than I am to 30, and I don't have anything in my face. And I honestly owe that to Juice Plus. I now have 3 kids. I have had 3 babies in 4 years, and I haven't slept in probably 3 years, if I'm totally honest, but I still get up at 5 a.m. every morning. I still go to the gym every day. I have a business. My husband travels every second or third week. And I honestly attribute both the products and the program to being a massive part of my journey. I am much more happier. I'm more passionate. I have much more of a zest for life. I'm eating better. I've found that I'm now craving whole foods instead of sugar like I was before. And my kids, it's made a massive difference on, you know, on my family. Again, I've taken the products throughout 2 pregnancies and postpartum. It's really helped me to heal postpartum. And I actually, really quick story, I promise I'll be quick. After I had my 3rd child, my daughter, I had my bloods taken, and every couple of months I'd go back to my naturopath and get my bloods read. And when I was about 6 months postpartum, the naturopath said, "What have you done differently? Your bloods are really different from last month. You know, you're really depleted and your immunity's down." And I started thinking, I'm like, what have I changed? I'm like, I've been a bit slack with taking my Juice Plus. And she said, "That's it." She said, "I want you to go back on them. Do not forget them. Double down, do whatever you were doing before, and come back to me in a month's time. And let's do," she does live blood analysis. "Let's do another live blood and see what the difference is." 4 weeks later, hand on heart, so in my children's life, she said, "Look, this is why you need to not stop taking them." So yes, I'm a lifer. I'm a Juice Plus lifer. So I'm very grateful that I was able to find these products, you know, 4 years ago, and they've changed my life. So thank you.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love that story. I know so many of us can relate to every part of what you had just shared there, Tash. And so behind every great product is an incredible company and business opportunity. And so I don't know about you, I am fairly skeptical in life these days. There's a lot of big claims. There's a lot of companies that overpromise and underdeliver. There are so many different things for us to consider. But what I needed to know was, can I do this? I get that the products are amazing, but I don't want to be someone who has to chase people and be really salesy. I was actually terrified of that. And that kept me in the dark for so long. I had really no clue what this was. So I want to just kind of have conversational style. And I'm going to ask beautiful Kirsty. There you are, honey. I'm going to spotlight you and just ask, these were my questions that I had to answer. Do I have to chase people? Do I have to hunt down all my friends and be a little awkward? And do I have to be some sort of social media guru? Do I have to know lots and lots of people to do this kind of social selling? What was your experience with that?
Yeah,
and tell us a bit about your business story too, how you can relate to that.
Okay, cool. No worries. So yeah, before I came across this business, I'm a mum of a 2-year-old wild toddler, and I can relate to Tasha's story so much. And before I found this business, I was at home with my little man. I live in Melbourne, so I was in the craziness of lockdown last year, and pre-mamahood I had another business. So I had a business in the marketing world for 10 years, so I'd always worked for myself. After many years in that business, I closed that down, became a mum. And then I kind of really felt that shift after that 12-month mark where, I was seriously struggling with the shift in my identity, had really lost myself becoming a mum. I'd gone from being a real go-getter, I suppose, driven. Career was always one of my highest values. Everybody knew me for what I did with work. And that was my life for so long. And becoming a new mum, although it was amazing, I was really craving more. I needed to put my mind back to something. I had always had the dream that I would work for myself when I had kids. I love the idea of working from home. So I was absolutely looking for a way to start another business or do something for myself. And it was quite frustrating. I was 12 months out of the work game, and my brain wasn't quite as switched on as it used to be. So the idea of trying to come up with a new business idea, a new model was, quite overwhelming. So when I found this business and I lent into it, I had all of the questions, and, whether or not I could do this was definitely one of them. And I suppose, what I loved when I lent in and got some questions answered was that, no, you don't have to go after all of your friends and your family. And it has just been, when I plugged into this, I love the fact that it's a global business in a box, right? Starting a business from scratch and coming up with all of the ideas yourself, it takes such a long time to build something up. So what I've loved is the fact that you can lean into a community of like-minded women who have gone before you, and figured it all out, and you get to just literally plug into that and lean on them for support, training, mentoring, coaching. The tools and the resources that we have available to us means that you get to, I was in profit mode within days of actually starting, which is just insane. So, what I've loved is the fact that from a social selling standpoint, it's attraction marketing. And like Tash and also Denise, but, I relate a lot to Tash. When I got started on these products and this program anyway, I was shouting it from the rooftops because it was doing so many amazing things that naturally people were leaning in going, something's changed with you. What are you doing? Like, what's different about you? And I owe that to not just the products in the program, but being a part of this community too, because it was just like this flame was reignited in me. I felt inspired again, and it just lit me up so much that naturally people were asking me. So I've found it's been a really beautiful funnel of people leaning into me, asking me what I'm doing by me just sharing myself, living that mission daily. And as I say, the really cool thing is we get paid for referrals, really. So, it's like, if you have an amazing skincare product that's really doing wonders for you, you're going to tell your friends and family, because why would you keep that a secret? And I have found this has just been exactly the same for me.
Oh, I love that. It's such a beautiful explanation. Thank you. And again, your story is so relatable, for so many of us. I'm going to cross over to you now, Liz. So there's so many. Here was the other thing. I love that this is a global business in a box, just like you said, and you don't have to figure everything out. You can do what you do best, which is be real and care about people, right? So for me, the other thing that I needed to know was, how much time do I have to invest in this? Because some days I can't even leave the house. I've got these 3 kids that have completely hijacked my life. How am I going to be like a businesswoman? And the real truth is, most people are building this in stolen moments with just a couple of extra hours a week, and it can grow from there, right? Liz, can you share with us, I love that there's no one type of person that can do this business. It doesn't matter your age, background, skill set, what country you live in, your desire level, how many hours you have to give to this. What could you share with us about anyone can do this business? I love your business story.
Well, thank you, Linda. Well, for me, 5.5 years ago, that's how long I've been in this business, life was very different. And I was at a different stage of my life than Natasha was and Kirsty was. I was at a point in my life where I was in my 50s. I was meant to be winding down and thinking about how to slow down and go into a retirement or some sort of thing like that. But life was super hectic. I worked 2 jobs back then. It was crazy. I had no time. And I was very old school. I had nothing to do with social media. I had no idea about any of that. So when this opportunity found me, it was just something I was not interested in having a look at all, for many reasons. One of them was I was very time poor. As I said, I worked 2 jobs. Between them, I worked between 50 and 70 hours a week, depending on the week. So, every stolen moment that I had was to spend with my family, because time for us was super precious. My husband worked away, the responsibilities of running a household when you're working a crazy amount of time. So really there was nothing that I looked at and thought, yep, I'm going to jump into this. I have the time. No, absolutely no time at all. So I said no because I just didn't think I could fit it in. But I was really passionate about health, always have been. So I did look into the products, and like the girls have said, I actually started taking the products too. Never intended to make this a business because first of all, I didn't think it would suit me, being much older, as you mentioned, and not having the skill set that I thought we needed to have. So it was a no from me, but I fell in love with both the product and the company. I did a lot of research on that, and I developed a really unshakable belief in both. And shortly after taking the products, I too started to see huge differences. I was really run down working so much, and the stress of trying to do everything was really taking its toll on my health. So I really found that within a few months of taking these products, people also started to see a little bit of a spring back in this old chicken. And I started to feel different. And I got out of bed and thought, oh man, this is so good. So I too started to share it. I started to share the amazing products with my clients, with anyone who would speak to me, anyone who asked me. And what I noticed was that by being a referral partner, I started to actually see a little bit of an income start to come in without actually doing too much, because remember, I didn't have much time. But what I did have was a hunger to try and find freedom of time, because that's what I didn't have back then. So I dove in. I started to learn a little bit more. I educated myself on how the business model worked. And I thought to give it a go. And I'm really glad that I did, because today life looks so much different. As I said before, I worked 2 jobs, working up to 70 hours a week. And life revolved around my jobs, which really didn't have much of a life when you think about it. Today, it's the opposite. Today, everything revolves around my life. So this work that we do, this business that we have, we're able to do it around what is most important to us. My values for me is all about my family and being able to spend more time with them. I didn't have that before, and I do have that now. It's given me the opportunity to be able to give back to people and to share this amazing product and opportunity to change your life. It's changed mine. My husband and I now get to spend more time together. He's semi-retired as of last month. So we now get to spend more time on holidays. When we go away, we actually enjoy them. Before, I used to have 4 weeks a year to just go and crash by some beach, and that was it. That was my holiday. Today, we get to explore. We get to go and do what we like whenever we want to, and the business comes with me. All I can say is if this opportunity is knocking on your door, take the time to have a look, because it can potentially change your life. This was not something I was looking for, but I'm so grateful that I did dive in and have a good look, because today life for us looks so much different. And I think I'm going to hand it over to Christine.
Yes, hi. I'm just gonna there she is, replace. Oh, I just love that, Liz. Like every woman can relate, and you glow. When you say your 50s, I think we all just go, what? That is incredible. I love how you shared that. Christine, can you bring this home for us? How do we make money? Is this a legit business? How does it work? Do we have to recruit a ton of people? And, there's so many different myths in this business, and we get asked this all the time. Can I actually do this? How does this business work?
Yep, I love that, Linda. And we have a couple of team mantras, which I really love. And it's that you can go at your own pace in this business. We have some people that want to go really fast and go all the way to the top. We've got some people that just want to create a little bit of extra income, go a little bit slower, just share it with their immediate friends and family. And we've got other people that want to create a part-time income. So I love that this business meets you where you're at. For me, 9 years ago when I came in, I was just so sick of feeling broken and relying completely financially on my husband. Being an independent, a woman my whole life, going into motherhood and losing that financial independence, it really did break me. So I just wanted to help contribute to pay the bills. And I know that's not sexy, but that's where I was at. And that's where a lot of people are at these days, right? We're on struggle street, strange things are happening in the world. So,
You know, I love that you can come in and go at your own pace. You're also acceptable as you are. We have so many people that have so much fear and lack of confidence and anxiety, and they feel like they don't know a lot of people, and we provide all the training. So you just come in exactly as you are. And we love personal development in this profession. And I'd never heard of professional development, self-development before I came in. And it's just a beautiful way to grow as a person, to grow into the person that you've always wanted to be. And I love that as well. And then the other mantra, what have I already mentioned? You're acceptable as you are, you go at your own pace, and you're a blessing in our team, whether you do a little bit or a lot. And we really stand by these mantras because we understand that everybody's life is different. We've all got our battle scars. We've all got different things going on in the background. And for me, you know, this really is a legitimate career choice. And I get really defensive about this career choice. I can't stand it when people kind of mess up the profession and lower the standard of it, because it really is a way for the women to create an income while they're on maternity leave, to put money back in their super. That was me. When I stopped working, my super stopped growing. Like there was nothing going in there. So this is a way to really secure your financial future. But you heard Linda say it as well. It's a referral-based business. You know, just like when you go and see a good movie or go to a good restaurant, you're referring that. This is exactly the same. And that's what I love about it. And you're an ambassador for this company. You're an ambassador for a healthy, positive life. And who doesn't need that right now? And the simple thing is, we all know people in our life right now who could do with better health. We all know people that are struggling financially as well, or have their own health issues. What if you could change just one of those people's lives? That's what we get to do. We get to inspire healthy living around the world, one household at a time. And it really is truly unique. And I feel like that's the shortcut to fulfillment, is when you're changing and making a difference in the life of somebody else's. That's exactly what brings you joy and makes you feel like you're part of something bigger than yourself. And that's when you start to feel really fulfilled in life. So yes, absolutely, you can rock this business. It's a legitimate business. And as Kirsty said, you definitely don't have to hunt down all your friends and family. There is a heart-driven way to do a business like this, and we teach you how to do that. So I hope that answered the question, Linda, but I just wanted to finish on one point. You know, in your workplace, you don't get to choose your colleagues. And I've been in a lot of negative environments in workplaces before. In this environment, you get to choose your colleagues. You get to choose your tribe, your team, the people you would love to work with. And I think that's what separates us from any other profession out there. And you've got people that have your back, that want to see you succeed, that are ready to invest in you. You get all this free mentoring and coaching from world-class leaders, and it's absolutely amazing. So if you're kind of sitting on the fence, sometimes you just have to take that leap of faith and see what happens. So that's it.
Oh, I love it. Okay, so to finish up, there were so many great things that we covered today. I love that you popped in our team mantras there, because I think that that is such a great way to put a bow on all the things that I needed to join, right? And the Juice Plus company is over 50 years old, which is pretty phenomenal. We span across 33 countries. The products are 27 years old. They are the most researched and the biggest selling health product on the planet. So we have this unbelievable opportunity to represent and partner with, be an ambassador for, and that's simply how it works. And then we share our results. We teach you to share your real story, not overpromise and underdeliver, never to inflate, never to be cheesy and salesy, but to really just share your story, which is so, so powerful. And then you get to grow in the most beautiful, supportive, and safe place, always at your own pace around the things that matter for you the most. So thank you so much, everyone who contributed their story today, their real life, and I love our real talk. And I want to leave you with this question. And this was the question that got me to say, hell yes, I've got nothing to lose, let's do it. And that decision changed my life. My friend said to me, I get all the reasons why you think you can't do this business, Linda. Let me ask you, what if you can? What if you can do this business? What if you're successful at it? What if we can create another income around your babies? What if we can help you start to dream again and travel again, and, you know, not have to have mama guilt and fight over the basic things that are causing so much stress in your life right now? What if we could change that? And so that is the question that I leave you with. So whoever has been loving enough and caring enough to share this with you, get back with them and let's answer your questions. You've heard from each and every one of us ladies, we had a lot of questions that we needed to know to get started, and we would love to answer your questions. So thank you, everyone. I will see you on our next event, and beautiful job to all of our presenters today. I love hearing your stories. Mwah. Bye, everyone.